Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. Listen, I'm not going to keep my face up here that long, but I just got wind of this 21 with no kids challenge. And as a guy of father of two daughters, one of the biggest things in my whole life is to make sure I got them to adulthood without carrying some assholes kids that they weren't married to. So I accomplished that. They're grown women now. Hopefully they'll get married at some time. If they don't, that's on them. But my goal was to get them to all the advantages of a child-free life up until they can make their own decisions as an adult. So to see 21-year-old women out there now talking about being childless because they're single. I mean, this is a trend. This is one of the first trends I ever thought to get behind. And I hope it never dies. Before I started playing I'm gonna pick through some TikToks randomly and just have some women who are, in that life talking about their experiences of being childless and the bitter baby mamas out there. But first, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Do anything so this could get into the algorithm. We need to spread this out there because this is one of those kind of challenges that actually make some kind of sense because we need less women out there who are single moms. It doesn't do our community, doesn't do the Black community for sure any more good having sons and daughters out there with no fathers in their lives. It's just a dark brew. Anyway, at the end, I have a song that goes with this whole genre, goes with this whole thing. 21 with no kids. Stay tuned for that. This won't be that much longer. It's like 3 minutes long. So at the end of this, I'll play that song and listen to it and give a comment to it. So the title is 21 with no kids. Anyway, I'm gonna get off screen and we're gonna go do some random TikToks and just see, what some of the ladies are saying out there. Because this is Let the Women Tell It, episode 98. And I want you to listen to it. Okay. Off screen with me, and let's go let the ladies talk about it.
The women with kids are mad. Not all the women, but the women who regret their kids and their decision, they're mad. They mad at the childless women who are participating in the Jacquees challenge where they bragging about having no kids. Why exactly, if you proud and happy to have your kids, would you be upset because women are bragging about not having kids? That doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna ask you this. Why is it that as soon as you hear that a woman ain't got no kids, you jump immediately to she got some type of health condition where she can't have kids or that she had a bunch of abortions? Why can't it just be she protects her body better than you did? I know that's scary. I know that's a hard pill to swallow. That you was just out here letting dudes just dump off in you, right? You just be letting them do whatever they want to. But then there's women who won't. There's women who won't. I know, Pookeisha. There's girls who won't sleep around with a bunch of different men. And then there's girls who use protection. They get on birth control. They do whatever they have to do to make sure Pookie don't get them pregnant. You, on the other hand, played stupid games and won stupid prizes, right? But now you're mad. Whose fault is that? Did you trusted your body and put it in the hands of some loser man and now you stuck with a baby that you don't want? That sounds like a personal problem. But you got to stop jumping into saying that everybody going and getting all these abortions or that they don't have the physical ability to have kids. You know how disrespectful that is to women who really can't have kids? It's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful, right? And it's just so sad that y'all are grown women who can't even control your own body. And it's funny because 1 minute it's your body, your choice, and then when you don't want to take responsibility for laying up with losers and getting pregnant, then all of a sudden he trapped you and you had no control over what was going on. And you go into child mode where you just this helpless little child and somebody took advantage of you and you had no say so in the process. right? Because you couldn't have been on no birth control or anything. And you can save the I was on birth control, condom busted. That ain't usually what happened with y'all. Stop it. Right? Stop it. Stop the games. But again, stop jumping left field just because you hear a woman ain't got no kids. All right. And if you love your kids so much, love your kids and stop being mad because women bragging about not having kids. Because guess what? One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to brag about not having no kids because I don't want them. And I'm going to brag about it. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. The women with kids are mad. Not all the women, but the women who were.
She let the ladies have it, man. She wasn't even playing. Okay, so let's see what the next lady has to say.
So I don't know if y'all seen the trend of people being young, celebrating with no kids, or even older, celebrating with no kids. Now, as I've been scrolling, I've been seeing young women with kids who are what some people would call bitter baby mamas. Now, I done lived on both ends of the totem pole. Of course, I was 21 through 26 with no kids. I wasn't married. That's a story for another day. Clock it. And now that I'm 29 with kids, I got a perspective that a lot of people may not know. You can't make me mad about a life I lived to my complete fullest and did everything I wanted to do. I got a great example of that. When I was 22 with no kids, I was in my last year of college and I had got some extra funds. I told my cousin, who was very young and had multiple children, that I had bought me some Louis boots and a trip to Paris. She started going off talking about some, you need to be focused on saving, trying to get out of your mama house and your last year of college and graduating and do. So I'm like, I ain't got no kids. I could do what I want. This girl said, she said, bitch, you trying to talk about my kids? Ain't nobody trying to talk about your kids. My personal journey ain't got nothing to do with you. So I done been all around the world and back with my husband. And now that I have kids, when I see people celebrating that they're childless, as they should, because that's what I was doing, it don't make me feel bad because I lived that life to my complete fullest and did everything I wanted to do. And that's where that bitterness is coming from. And that's literally where that bitterness is coming from, is because these people had children at a very young age, didn't do all that they wanted to do.
So we're gonna even play maybe one or two more, just so we can just let it sink in that there's ladies who are married, have kids, who looked at it, who were purposeful with their wombs, and that's what we need more women talking about. That's what we need. More women willing to talk about being responsible for their wombs. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so here's one where it's just another one.
Y'all, barren, infertile, childless, bitter bitches get on my motherfucking nerves. Yeah, I said that with my whole chest. Come tussle. Since y'all black American love to fucking tussle. Y'all look for any reason to pick a fight. No wonder why the black American man can't stand y'all asses. So the 21 with no kids challenge has a lot of single mothers or mothers in general, whether you married or not, up in a tizzy because women are celebrating the fact that they don't have children. Y'all make y'all whole personality having kids. Your profile picture be your kids. Your content be centered around your kids. And nobody says anything to y'all about that. But once women start to celebrate the fact that they made an effort, a conscious effort to not have children, to not be a married single mother, to not be resentful of their life because they made a choice that they probably actually didn't want to do, y'all are fucking mad. And then for you, a tether, because I looked at your TikTok, you're a tether. You fled your fucking country and came over here. To call women infertile, and barren is absolutely utterly fucking disgusting. Just because you have a child, you better watch your words and mind your mouth. God could take your kids up out of here. I would never wish that on anybody. But to say nasty stuff like that and to say, oh, you black American bitches, the fucking hate that we get is jealousy. Jealousy. I'm saying that with my whole fucking chest. I don't give a you bitches is jealous. Because what do we got to do? Why? First of all, I be seeing a whole bunch of women, like I said, that's mad that women is doing a trend saying they ain't got no kids. That's weird. Why do you give a fuck about how somebody's celebrating the life choices that they made? And then there are women that literally can't. So you're gonna shame women for not
for potentially not being able to have children?
Yeah, hey man, you know what? Man, she's stacked. But anyway, she's absolutely right. It's dumb, right? Just one more, and this we'll put it to bed after that, right? Just one more.
The only mothers who are mad at this 21 with no kids trend are mothers who regret having their kids. And you can't convince me otherwise. Because if you loved your kids so much like how you claim, then you wouldn't feel this threatened by a trend. Motherhood is beautiful. You women don't know what you're talking about. Motherhood is the most amazing thing. There's no greater blessing. Who are you trying to convince, us or yourself? You look angry, baby girl. Who are you trying to convince? I'm very on the fence about if I want kids in the future because from the outside looking in, motherhood looks stressful. I'm just saying it does look stressful. Also, studies show that single child-free women are happier. So there's that.
Well, you know what? She's right. Motherhood is stressful. That's why you shouldn't do it as a single mom, right? Because most of you who have kids as single mothers can't do it on your own. So you rely on your grandmothers and great grandmothers and extra aunts and everybody else. So you have arrested development. And depending on your family structure, sometimes you get out, you can get away with it, but it is not the ideal thing to do. And just like you said, single women with no kids are happier because it only makes sense, right? It only makes sense because you don't have no responsibility but yourself. So you should be happy. So the whole answer really is if you want children, you should get married first. No matter what they say, no matter all the horse shit of the modern era, you want children, the best results is if you get married. And a lot of people don't like that anymore. And that's why our society, especially the Black community, is all fucked up. Anyway, stay tuned because I just wanted to share that with you guys and a couple of testimonies. And then we'll just get to the song and then you guys be out of here. Right? So that's coming up right now. So bear with me. We're going to play it right now, and that's it.
When you're 21 with no kids, the world is wide open. Dreams in your pocket, no weight on your shoulders. Love's in the air, but don't rush the token. Take your time, let your heart be the folders. Life is a journey, cherish each day. Foundations of love in a couple of ways. No need to jump in, let the love blaze. Nurture the bond, let it grow like a maze. 21 with no kids and thriving, let's pave our own way. With no kids and thriving, with love here to stay. Building our future in a beautiful way. Together we'll conquer, come what may. Marry before you carry, let's pave our own way. And marry before you carry, that's the phrase. Foundations of love in a couple of ways. No need to jump in, let the love blaze. Nurture the bond, let it grow like a maze. 21 with no kids and thriving, let's pave our own way. kids in tow. With love as our guide, together we'll grow.
And with that, marriage, politics, and sports, over and out.